church that I've been in, and thank God for that. It just speaks a lot for the families. Families are very important, and what I've learned by way of speaking to my aunts, and I have a lot more to learn, but I'm going to be digging, and I'm going to be probing. Yesterday during the picnic, one of my cousins, we were trying to find out how we were related, and we started looking at the family tree. And one of the cousins said, we're from the Ben side of the family. And we put it all together, and it helped us. But families are very important, and this has been a very enlightening experience for me, and hopefully in the future I can be a part of future gatherings. And I just want to take this time to welcome you for the final welcome, but not for the final welcome, because I believe that we will meet again in our next family gathering. And I just want to let you know that I really appreciate such a beautiful family. It makes my heart go out to know that we have beautiful people in the family, and all of you that I've met, you've proven yourself to be just that, beautiful people. Thank you so much, guys.
We will alter the program a little bit, but not very much. We will have her following it. We will have a solo by Sabrina Jewett. Left, which I have my Aunt Cassie seated at. Would you and your table go forward, please? Two-sided, please. You may go down either side. Serve yourselves. Adults, please help your children.
Can I sit? Can I with you? Don't worry, I always had two boys.
I'd like the first table to my far right to please serve yourselves. I'd like the last table to my far left to please serve yourselves. Last table, my far left.
You want to come over and see me?
Again, adults, please help your children. As you serve yourselves, there is lemonade and iced tea table over to my far left, on the wall to my far left. You may take a glass and bring it to the table with you, or go back and get a glass and bring it to the table. I'd like the last table on my right to please serve yourselves. The last table on my right. I'd like the second table on my right to please serve yourselves. Second table on my right. I'd like the last table in this very center aisle to serve yourselves, please.
Yeah, let's go serve right now.
On your plate. Get the zoom on that one plate. Theo's meal. There it does.
A few weeks ago, I called Donny out long distance to see how things were going and letting her know that I was getting my things in as quickly as possible. I asked her if I could do anything that would be helpful to her, and she said, sure. She said, I would like you to do and contribute to someone. I said, whom? She said, your mother. I said, shh. I said, sure, I'll do it for you. So here it goes. When I was asked to do this presentation for this person, I felt honored, thrilled, and excited to fulfill the request. I didn't want it to be long, nor did I want it too short. But of course, it could linger on. After all, I like to talk. Someone told me it runs in the family because it's a trait. I know this person well. Some know her as their sister. Some know her as their aunt, great aunt, cousin, sister-in-law, mother, great-grandmother, and great-great-grandmother. Having been born in a large family, the baby of 12, sisters and brothers within the family, parents set the tone for the relationship. It's a powerful model of how to love. I recall 2 incidents when my mom, or my mommy as I used to call her, she was whipping my baby brother. I said, don't whip him, he's too little. She turned and replied, no problem. I have a lot of love to share, so she whipped me also. From then on, I didn't want to volunteer anything. Secondly, we would go to Alabama every year to visit our relatives. And I told her when we came home, on the way home on the train one day, I said, Mom, I said, every time we go to Alabama, we meet someone new. I said, I don't want to meet no new relatives. I want to play with my cousins. She said, child, let me tell you something. As long as you live and after you live, there will be Harpers upon Harpers. Some you'll know and some you won't know. And this is true in this room. We have met some new ones again, which I was proud to meet and happy to see. My brother teased me a lot about my black phone book. I took it with me wherever we go when there was a family gathering. Family, it pays to have one that wants to enjoy and to be with each other. Ask me, I know, as my brother Sandy says, Mom always dragged us to the Union Station to meet or Greek relatives coming to visit with us. Our door was open not only to family members, but strangers also. Those were the good old days, spent time with relatives and friends who stayed a while with us. There's nothing sentimental or nothing easy about being a mother. It involves sorrow and labor, trials and decisions. Between mother and child passes through many stages, but no matter the circumstances, once a mother, always a mother. We get our courage, our sense of self, the ability to believe that we have values, to die, our work to love others and to feel ourselves. Love and strength come from within the mother. This lady has crossed many bridges we have yet to cross. Having been married, raised 4 children, earning her PhD degree in life's experiences. I believe to everything there's a season, and a time is this is a season for Miss Elsie Harper Mitchel. Seasons being the only living original Harper clan. Family, I present to you my mother, myself, Miss Elsie Harper Mitchel.
We salute you with this gift of love.
Miss Elsie Mitchel is my grandmother, and I know I had planned to sing something different, but Mama Elsie has a favorite song. I know she's heard me sing it many times before, but my daddy always said he wanted his flowers now, while he's alive to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So Mama Elsie says, this is your favorite song. I hope you're not tired of it, because I'm going to sing it for you again. All right. Precious Lord, take my hand. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me
Finally, she's a member of this family because that's my favorite song too. I had to walk away. Actually, I lost my glasses somewhere. Thank you, Don. Beautifully done. Now we have Donna's brother, Sandy Mitchell Jr., to do a special toast to our family. Our family being every single person that's seated in this room. One way or the other, you are our family.
I'm asking that what I say, what I speak is your will, not what Sandy Mitchell wants to say, but your will, Father. For whatever happens, whatever circumstances, I accept it gladly because I know it's your will. In the name of your Son, Jesus, I pray, amen. I just want to say that I'm more than just happy. I'm filled with several different emotions. And I want to start with just the very first one. I'm going to call it unity. And I see that all of us here are reaching out, touching, and sharing information and love and knowledge and wisdom. This is sort of a sweet and a bitter sense right now. I sense that there's possibly a missing generation in this room, a link that is definitely vital to the survival of this family. We're sort of leaning on the shoulders and backs of our parents for guidance and information, and once they're gone, where's the link? Where's the information? And that's a big concern. My heart feels good, though, on the sweet side, that there are so many black, strong men here to guide this family on. Without that backbone, we'll go nowhere. If we don't teach our sons and our daughters at home, the world will teach them everything else. And I just want to close with just one thing. I'd like for everybody in this room to just stand, just for a second, just stand. And this is going to seem real silly, but just work with me, because God's going to work it out. I'd like everybody to raise their hands over their head. Now turn around to the person next to you. It's real silly when you do that, don't you? Now everybody can sit down. Now what I'm trying to get at is this. If we don't reach out, communicate, and show each other love, we're going to leave our children standing with their hands like that. No communication, nowhere to go. In love, I just want to say thank you, and I'm glad to see everybody and looking forward already to the next reunion. Thank you.
Now for the humorous side.
My products, my son, my daughter. First of all, this is where the product came from, my dear wife. Now, I heard her talk about the good old days. Only thing I know about the good old days in Greensboro, Alabama, is where you didn't have no shoes. You walked to church. The church was all day. So I can remember my mother going to church with my mother, and what she used to say, look, go here to satisfy yourself and to learn how to conduct yourself. Now, in the past year, I said the past 5 or 6 years, the person that we came here to see, my mother says, I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, it was something that she didn't like. She said, look here, boy, you're going to turn out to be just like your granddaddy. I said, what you mean? You won't be one of them jack-legged preachers? That was Lee Moore, Harper, her father.
Okay? Now, Sandy Green and Alice Harper. Alice was the oldest child that Lee and Abby had.
over there and we'd play grown up, you know. We'd dress up and we'd go around and we had just a good time. And I married Will Patton. He was from Marion. We were in school together for a while. And I left that school, but finally we got back together and we got married. So we had 2 children. My daughter, Christine, and Stan. That's my daughter. My son died in 1992. And my daughter has 3 children. Lisa Moore.
Thank you very much. You sure you don't want to say anything, twin?
Come on, sweetie.
They're inseparable, but they live in 2 different states.
I feel that you're my sisters and my brothers, and I love all of you, and I certainly have enjoyed this reunion. It has brought back a lot of memories, and I shall never forget. And it's nice to see all of the new ones. I doubt if I ever learned all of them, but I love them all, and thank you. Oh, they didn't make it. One lived in New York and one in Florida. We have had, for the month of June, we have had about 5 deaths between my husband and me. And it was impossible for them to come this time. But next time, I think we're supposed to be in Chicago. And hopefully, you get to meet my children and learn them and everybody, because it's very important that we know each other. Because one day down the line, our children may meet and don't know it. And let's continue these, and let's learn and keep all of this love in the family, because I do feel very loved. Thank you.
They say Dorothy's in the front, is that correct? Dorothy's in the front, okay. Dorothy is from all the way from California, isn't that wonderful? And Colleen is right from around the corner. This is the first time I've seen her in 3 years.
I'm Kathy, and Dorothy's my mother. I didn't make last family reunion, but my mother was here. And all of my older sisters were here, and a lot of you all might know them, Sandra and Judy. And we live in California, and you guys know last year was real difficult for us back there. And it started out with the earthquakes. Well, my sister Evelyn, her daughter Frances, at the age of 22, had a massive heart attack, and she died. We buried her, and that was my sister's only child. And we buried her on my brother's son's birthday, who had just turned 7 years old. 2 months later, he was hit and killed in an automobile accident. And actually, this is real good for my mother, because she's just now getting her life back together. She's just now And after all that, we're moving. We're relocating. We're getting out of California. She don't want to get swept up back there. We'll be going to Tuskegee, or is it Tuscaloosa? And see, I don't know nothing about Alabama. I've been in California all my life. I was born in Alabama. I don't know nothing about it. But we're going there, and I know we'll be a lot closer to a lot of our relatives. And here's the other sister. Here's Colleen.
Well, God bless you all, and I love you. I just want to say that I'm very nice. I don't know what to say. But I want to let you know that I will treat you now. I have really enjoyed this reunion. I enjoy being among all my relatives. And I have my children here whose Horner we stand. Roslyn Horner, Roslyn, my grandson, Kishira, not here, Lakia. Okay, well. And my sister Jackie. You stand Jackie at the. So I just want to say.
His wife is with him. Next to him is Fanny. She doesn't want to stand, obviously, Fanny.
Hey.
For those.
I don't know what to say, but I'm proud to be here and meet all my relatives, cousins, and all. And, I hope to be at the next one. And I'd like to introduce my family. Lady in the flower dress, that's my wife, Ella. Brenda Long, my daughter. Sarah Davis, my daughter. Tiffany Davis, my granddaughter. Cora Davis, grandson. And Eric Ellison, my grandson. And proud to be here.
Stand up, you all. My sister Sabrina Jewett, and my lovely daughter Katie, Curly. And I have a grandson running around here somewhere, and I have a son living in Huntington, West Virginia. He didn't want to come, so I said, well, you just stay here in Huntington.
I know you do have something to say.
First of all, I would just like to say I have truly enjoyed this reunion. As you know, the last one in Birmingham, our committee was over, and I know the problems that Jonelle has been through, but she has done an excellent job. At this time, I'd like to introduce my family, my husband, George Adams, my father, James Long, Jr., my niece from South Carolina, Katrina Long, my mother, Daisy Long, and my sister, my younger sister, Sharon Long.
And I want to say again that I enjoyed, and I hope my family enjoyed coming to the reunion, and hope to see you all again. And if you don't see any of my family, like I said, you'll see me and my sister Geraldine. My family is alive.
We're from Miami, and I would like to introduce my husband, Thomas. Would you please stand?
He's here.
My name is James Harper III, and I have my family here. My son, Joshua, my wife, Donna, and my other son, Malcolm. Just like to say, we used to do our son.
Amen. All right, man.
Today. Rita, would you like to stand, please, honey? baby daughter of the baby of our Uncle Coolidge Harper, who was also the second or third son of Lee and Nettie Harper. And Rita happens to be the sister Gary Harper, Elder Gary Harper. And you saw them both in the pulpit today. They are both ministers, and what a blessing. Consider the fact that Popeye, as we called him, was totally from the opposite side of the fence. And you guys know what I mean by that. Popeye did not believe in church, but the mother did. Their mother did. And their mother kept them in church, and thank God she did, because this is a blessing that came from it. But then we can't always say that, because you never know what the Lord has in store for us. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in church to be called to do His will. But I'm grateful and very, very proud that He has done that. And here's Rita to hopefully back me on this.
Well, I was one that stayed with my father, and even though I lived with my mother for a short time, my father did take me, and my mother allowed me to come stay with him all of my life until he died. And my father, Coolidge Harper, passed away in 1974, May. So I'm glad to be here. This is the first time that our family have had a chance to be here. My brother, Gary Harper, who is now pastoring, and his wife is out of the room, and my sister Ann Shaw, she is not here, but I also like to represent her. She's not feeling well. She makes all the reunions, I think, and she comes back and tells me about everything. And so some of you I've heard about down through the years, maybe haven't gotten a chance to meet you. Also, I like to stand, and our sister Bettie Sullivan Williams, and this is our pleasure of getting to even know her here from, can you stand, Betty? We just want to give God the praise, because He makes the difference. Eyes haven't seen, I can see what that scripture says, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men the things that God has prepared for them that love Him. So we thank God for the Harper family continuing on and on and on and on and on, even though my father is not here to speak for himself. God bless all of you, and it's good being here.
I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my family. My husband to my far left, Roy Jackson, the one who loves to tell jokes but gets too shy yesterday. The table and the second table from the back. This is our firstborn. Our last and only preborn. Our first grandchild. Michael, our second grandchild, or as Brittany likes to be and prefers to be called, her papa's favorite granddaughter. Next to little Jamal is his father, Jamal Island, and proudly stands up. And holding Brittany is Brittany and Michael's dad, Greta's husband, Lynn Webster. We hope to very soon to be addressed. We hope to very soon be able to anything. Always says no to everything. I can't do that. I can't do that. They said, let's do so and so. No, not me. Not me. I was shocked when he told Gary yesterday he was coming to church. I almost fell off my chair. Janice Cobbs Williams. Those are my sisters. Nettie Cobb's teacher had to leave early. They left going back. They were who was frequently mistaken as her husband. And then we have hiding somewhere in between is Janice's son, and we refer to him as Little Beeman because he looks just like our father, Sean Williams. Did I miss anyone? Where is he? Where's Hoppergrass? Just Athai first. I'm sorry I didn't ask you. Come back, you guys. Athai does have a family over there with him, Junior. And now we tend to forget her, that she is a part of us, an extension of us. 8 times, and the way he was walking, he would always have that little dip. So we decided to give him the name Hoppergrass. And his son is kind of, the name has been extended to his son from his auntie here. And if you guys don't know who I am by now, I don't know. I guess you never will. I'm Janelle. Oh, I forgot my brother-in-law back there. Mr. Teacher, Amy Teacher, Mary's husband. Gus, would you like to come forward, please, and say a word? And don't take all night, they told me to tell you. Besides, you told me you had to leave, so I know you're going to be brief.
I got some good news for you and some bad news. I had prepared an hour's presentation. That's the bad news. But the good news is I lost it somewhere on coming from the middle. Basically, from my father's line, my father was Folks Harper. The only of his children that are left are me and Sigrid. Now, Sigrid and I both have tried to develop certain distinctions within the family. Sigrid is clearly the baldest in the family. He has claimed that I am balder than he is. And I have been trying to tell him that I can get my baldness fixed. So by the next family reunion, I plan to join the hair club for men. And hopefully I can outside Sperling as the president. Sigrid has a wife and 3 daughters, Linda Gale, Catherine, and Vicki. And he also has 2 grandchildren, and as of 3 weeks ago, a little boy. I came a little late in my father's life, and apparently that was following the trend because I thought that my father and I were the unique individuals, but as I found out, Aunt Elsie is who came late in Grandpa Lee's life. And then, so I came late in my father's life, and now I have a 4-year-old son by the name of Michael, and I have another son or daughter that's on the way at the tender age of 48. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I also have a son, 2 sons and a daughter from my first marriage, and they are adults. The oldest is my older son is 28, my daughter is 26, and my second son is 25. And so hopefully at the next reunion I'll be able to bring the whole crowd here. I would have brought them before. I mean, I would have brought them to this one, but as I said, well, I'm not sure if they're going to be unhostile or not. So I just want to tell you that I've had a great time with all of you. I'd like to thank Jonelle for doing such an excellent job in bringing the reunion to us. I was at church today and enjoyed the service. Had to leave early to go to the airport, but we did leave an offering. So I'd like to say thank you all. God bless all of you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce my wife, Pamela Harper. Just raise your hand, dear. Pamela Harper, and then we have Jennifer. She's the baby of the family. And Isaiah, my only son. And 2 of my daughters, they're not here. Alicia, she's the oldest, and she's 13. She will be 14 in January. And then Dana, she's 10. She'll be 11 coming up this month, the end of this month. Me and my wife, we were married on March the 28th, believe that was 1980. And then we had our first child that came the following year. I think it was January 28th. That was Alicia. She was also born on the 28th day. And Dana came behind July 28th. Both of them were both of them were born on the 28th day. One of the things that he used to fix me some food. There was a point in time that I stayed with him off and on, coming up as a little kid. And he would tell me he's gonna fix me some Chinese food. Come on, boy, I'm gonna fix you some good old Chinese food. And I didn't know what it was until I got a little older. He would fix good old rice and sardines. Yeah, I didn't think I was eating Chinese food. And you know, and a lot of other things that he would do, very comical. He's, you know, missed as a father and what have you. I got called to the ministry. I was speaking to Athai and some other family members just about a year after his death. A young lady that I was courting at that time, we were riding on the west side of Detroit, and the star just fell right out the sky. And it just impressed me greatly. I said, well, what is that? I mean, it just seemed like it was meant for me. And a little while later, I found out that my dad had died around the same time. I was talking to Athai, and he was saying that my father, even though he wasn't in the church, had told him that I was going to be a preacher. Evidently, he saw something that I couldn't see. And my sister, she mentioned it too, you know, but it was very touching that after his death, 1 year that I was called to the ministry and have been in the ministry ever since. So, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and sometimes, you know, we don't know just how God will draw us closer to Him. But once again, with Sandy that got up, Junior, and spoke about the heritage and about us learning and you know, leaving a legacy behind and what have you. And I'm quite sure that, you know, those of you that have come, you've learned a lot more about the Harper family, and I do believe that we have something to be proud of. I'm going to have to leave out in a little while. I believe the next family reunion is where? Chicago? Chicago. Lord's will, I do plan on being there at the next family reunion. God bless you. Thank you.
Lady would not have gotten a chance to know her family. And I have worked a long time, hardly, not very hard, but worked to have them meet one another, have her meet her family and have them meet her. And it finally happened. It took this reunion for that to happen. Betty, could you come up and just say a couple of words, please?
Well, I'm not like Gary or Eddie Dean, by the way. That I'm not a public speaker, but first of all, I'd like to introduce my family, which is my husband, Wayne. He's been married to me for almost 30 years, robbed me of my youth and inexperience. My daughter, Juanica, who sang last night, she has a red dress, kind of tall. We also have a daughter whose name is Andrea, who lives in Columbus. She has a real job and working for Banquet down there. And she's 25. Now, I'm really, really glad and very honored to be a part of this event. And as Jonelle said, had it not been for her mom, I would not be here. I was born at a time that you knew I was here, but you didn't talk about it.
This is love, people. This is love. It's okay, Betty.
I am basically a strong person, but Eddie Dean and Jonelle and I grew up knowing each other. We would be in town and we would talk about each other or talk to each other. Very special. So we kind of like were the Three Musketeers in a sense. Like I said, if it hadn't been for Elizabeth or Aunt Elizabeth, we wouldn't have been here. I knew of Gary and Rita probably about 20-some years ago, back in the 70s. But it went in one year, it came out the other. So now reminded me again about them last year. And of course, I remember their names, and I knew it was a reality. So I really don't fault my father. I was born at a time that we kind of loved him and leave him, and of course, that still applies today. It really takes more than just a person to give a person life to be a parent. You must stick around. I was raised by my grandparents, Cliff and Clara Osborne. They were two wonderful, wonderful people, but however, there was this side of my family that was missing. I can't say today it no longer is missing. Thank you very much.
As she can see, she has not only noticed but felt the love from the family here since being here, since yesterday when she walked onto the picnic ground. I want our family members to continue to Hey, babe, would you like to come over and join this little group here? I would like to say a special thank you to my family, to our extended family, meaning those who have married into our family, those who are planning to marry into our family. I just want to say thank you again, because had it not been for you, there would not be a reunion, regardless of how hard I worked, regardless of how many letters were sent out, regardless of how many contacts were made and not responded to. There would not have been a reunion had it not been for you who filled this room and filled the room last night, standing up together, but showing me you love me, number one, and showing me that you care because you responded. And finally, before we leave to depart and go our separate ways, I don't know what she wants. She's already taken up half the programs, but Betty has asked me to let her say one more thing. So here we go with Miss Underwood again. We've already had the volunteer for our next reunion, and as you heard last night, their reunion is going to be in Chicago, Illinois. And that's planned for next year, so it's not going to be 2 years away. It will only be 1 year away. And Sandy Jr. is one of this room would like to volunteer to be on the committee to work with that Chicago crew. Please do so. Get in touch with Dolores Tubbs Lloyd is her name. And she's from Chicago, Illinois, and her address is in that little booklet that I gave out to each of you. If you did not get an address booklet, please stop by the hospitality suite. I will be there another night. For any of you who are staying over, please feel free to stop up. I will be there to greet you, and we will close out this day with lots of love, lots of memories, and a great positiveness about ourselves that we can and we will go on because we are a family. We will get rid of Betty and then we'll come back with a closing prayer.
Be very brief. Mary, Cobb, teacher, Janelle Jackson, please come stand beside me. On behalf of the Ohio clan, we want to tell you all